tomorrow. Come out and enjoy great interleague baseball as Comcast SportsNet hosts a viewing party at Declan's Irish Pub in Old Town. Watch the Northsiders square off with Cleveland. Enjoy Coors Light and free giveaways. Tomorrow at 6. Great beer equals great responsibility.
Tomorrow night, come out and enjoy great Northside baseball as Comcast SportsNet hosts a viewing party at Declan's Irish Pub in Chicago. Watch the boys square off with Cleveland. Enjoy Coors Light, win prizes tomorrow at 6. Great beer equals great responsibility. Roberto Perez now catching. Swing and a miss. Roll to second. It's Kipnis for the out.
Typically in a game like this, the later innings move along quite quickly.
The hitter for the Cubs, first baseman Anthony Rizzo.
Not much doubt as to what the outcome is going to be. Sometimes the quality of the at-bats suffer a little bit. Rizzo's been on everything so far here tonight.
The Michael Pineda no-hitter has come to an end. In the 7th inning, Christian Yelich with a home run. 2-1 Yankees.
How's Yelich doing? Has he started to hit? Really
Yelich
when we saw them, right?
Is
pretty good young hitter, but
236. Yeah, he's been a lot better lately. Yep.
Four up, four down so far for Atchison. He's earned himself a team ball from Terry Francona with his work tonight. Or a game ball, I should say. He's a veteran, 39 years of age. It's been an interesting journey for him. Been around a long time, but still less than 6 years of major league service. A lot of partial seasons in the major leagues.
Drafted all the way back in 1998. 49th round. Swing and a miss, strike 3. There's strikeout for Rizzo. Atchison has faced 5 and retired all of them.
Let's see if Bryant can join the hit parade, keep his hit streak alive. 0 for 3 tonight. His second at bat hit the ball very well down the left field line, and Vilas made a very nice running catch on him.
Bryant, a bona fide Rookie of the Year candidate, and I would say all-star candidate as well. The only third baseman in the National League with a higher OPS is Todd Frazier. Bryant came in at .899. Frazier at a whopping .981. So the best Cubs candidate for the All-Star team is Anthony Rizzo, but it's probably the deepest position.
Yeah. Ooh, there you go.
There's Bryant with a 13-gamer. New career high.
Yeah, and there's depth at the third base position too. You know, Matt Carpenter, Nolan Arenado is going to get a lot of consideration. So it's still a bit of an uphill climb for Bryant, but certainly within the realm of possibility.
So it's a Weber's Sauces and Seasonings call to the pen. 10-0 Cubs in the 6th.
It takes more than sleek lines and aggressive styling to attract some drivers. 328 horsepower that handles like this certainly qualifies as more. Lease the all-wheel drive Infiniti Q50 for $309 a month. Visit your local Infiniti retailer.
Even the brightest full moon has a dark side. Your job is to find it. Stay thirsty, my friends.
Playing in the big leagues takes hard work, and I expect the same dedication from the team that takes care of my car. That's why I go to Firestone Complete Auto Care for maintenance, repairs, and tires. Their expert technicians keep my car running newer, longer. Take your car to Firestone Complete Auto Care.
Every pitcher has a different routine. Before I pitch, I hit Subway for my go-to. Have for years. Fresh made turkey and cheese on 9-grain wheat with jalapenos, mustard, and a little bit of vinegar. Followed by a steady diet of fastballs.
Weber's Sauces and Seasonings call to the pen. Cubs have only used one guy tonight. That's Tsuyoshi Wada, but the Indians have needed Markham, Hagedorn, Webb, Atchison, and now Zepchinski.
Say that one backwards, Harry.
Ixnik Pezer.
Ixniskapezer is a loogie, a lefty one-out only guy. Typically comes in to get a tough left-handed hitter out in a big situation. He's proven to be pretty solid in that role.
Coughlin's reached all 3 times. This is the first time he hasn't led off an inning. Interestingly enough, that he's in the cleanup spot tonight. He would have led off the 7th had Bryant not gotten his hit. I wonder what the 9-inning record is for making the 3rd out. Bryant did it in his first 3 at bats, but then singled here in the 6th.
Our crack research staff will get on that. Joe Torre once bounced into 4 double plays in one game. Ooh.
Did he even run the 4th time?
Why swing? We talked about the quality of that bat sometimes suffering. Coughlin not one to give up an AB. He's a grinder.
Oh, just about got hit. On ball 4.
Attention all teachers. The Chicago Cubs are welcoming back teachers and their families for the 5th annual Teacher Appreciation Night. On Tuesday, June 23rd, the Cubs are offering specially priced tickets to all teachers and their family members to watch the Cubs host the Los Angeles Dodgers. All participants will receive a commemorative messenger bag. For more information, visit Cubs.com/special events. Maybe There'll be an apple in the bag.
The fruit, not the computer.
No. Yeah.
2 on, 2 out, and it's Castro. Well, you mentioned the quality of the at-bats suffering. It's got to affect a pitcher, too. I mean, if Zepchinski's coming in with a 3-2 lead, top of the 8th, facing a tough left-handed hitter, the man on, got to believe he's got a little more adrenaline going than 10-0 in the 6th.
Yeah, pitchers do not enjoy coming into these kinds of games. Different, like in basketball, in a blowout, you bring guys off the bench that almost never get to play. In baseball, in a blowout, you still have to cover the innings, and you use guys in your bullpen that, you know, normally, some of them are used quite frequently in high leverage situations. You try to save those guys as much as possible, but when you have to cover this many innings, you can't just run a long man out there and say, here, finish the ball game for me. Not the way the modern bullpen is constructed. Back in the day, you could have. Zip Zabel would have been a good guy to bring in this game. He pitched for the Cubs in 1915, and on this date, as a matter of fact, the longest relief effort in the history of our fine game.
That breaks, ball goes foul. So longer than Markham's 8 innings in that 20-inning game.
Zip Zabel came out of the bullpen with 2 outs in the first inning against the Brooklyn Robins. He ended up winning the game in the 19th inning.
Wow.
Of course, a different game, dead ball error. Jeff Pfeffer, pitching for Brooklyn, went the distance. So he went 18 in the 3rd. Lost on a throwing error, did Pfeffer. Zabel. So Zabel went what? 2 outs in the first, so 19-inning ball game. So he went 18 in the 3rd.
I remember that game, and I don't think he would have had him at first. It was a bad scoring decision.
He didn't have his good stuff, but boy, did he compete.
Zepchinski will get Castro, and the inning will come to an end. 10-0 Cubs.
This summer, get ready for suspense, unbridled jealousy.
She's still there.
New beginnings.
Goodbye.
And sheer exhilaration.
Rock and load.
Roger. It's the event you don't want to miss. It's the Summer of Audi sales event. Get the Audi you've always wanted with zero due at signing now during the Summer of Audi sales event.
Hawks fans, they've captured the cup, and now it's time to celebrate. Tomorrow, join us at 9 for special live coverage of the 2015 Chicago Blackhawks Stanley Cup Parade and Rally, presented by your Chevy dealers, right here on CSN Chicago.
The Volkswagen Passat Limited Edition. Dollar for dollar, it's an amazing value. Let's add up the worth of its standard features, like a rear-view camera, keyless access, heated front seats, and more.
But what really tips the scales is that you get all this value for this surprisingly low price. That's $1,200 in savings. I usually hate being on scales, but this is nice.
You can get 0% APR for 60 months on select 2015 Passat models, or lease the 2015 Passat Limited Edition for $199 a month.
Looks like the Garcia's got a new car.
What'd they get?
I don't know.
Sure doesn't look like a Buick.
Buick.
I'm outside. Where are you? I'm right here. I'm in the Buick. I don't see a Buick.
Take a fresh look at Buick. It just might surprise you.
That's not a Buick. That's what I told him.
Wow. This is
nice. Oh, my.
Now lease this 2015 Buick Enclave for around $299 a month. Visit your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Buick dealer.
Comcast SportsNet, your home for Chicago Cubs baseball. When Wednesday Baseball on Comcast SportsNet is brought to you by DraftKings. Play daily fantasy baseball on DraftKings for free using promo code Northside.
Cubs have been great tonight, leading 10-0.
Yeah, what a fan club here.
Yeah. Well, he needed a good one, and he has come through with some help from his offense, although he hasn't really needed much. Third time through the order. Kipnis, Lindor, Brantley. Kipnis has a 20-game home hitting streak on the line, hitting .488 here at Progressive Field since May 1st.
A 2-out base hit by Urshela in the 5th, the first base runner for Cleveland since the 1st.
It's Brian Shaw. Kipnis was an outfielder in college. He was projected as no better than a backup, but the Indians loved how hard he played, thought he'd make a good second baseman. They were right, and he just beat out an infield hit, trailing 10-0. So that home hitting streak remains intact. And they have a leadoff man on for the first time tonight.
Yeah, some confusion here. Anthony originally broke for that ball, so he kind of took himself out of the play. It looked like it would have been a fairly routine 4-3 put out there. I don't know if Rizzo could have gotten back to the bag in time or not, and he just peeled off that wad of cover, and a hustling Kipnis stole himself a knock.
Overall now 12-game hitting streak for Kipnis, and that'll be it for him. Zach Walters will pinch run. Great foul by Lindor. 0-2 the count. So the latest on the Cardinals off-field situation. The Dowd Bennett firm has been retained by the club. Jim Martin, an attorney for that firm, told the Associated Press the following. Quote, with what we have done so far, I am 100% confident that this does not touch upper management and does not involve people like John Mozeliak and Bill DeWitt. That's the alleged computer hacking with the Astros system. Called strike 3.
Yeah, I would be surprised, right, if anybody in upper management would have sanctioned that or would have sat on it had they become aware of it. Backdoor cutter gets the job done by Iwata.
So the Cardinals have been aware of the investigation for several months, according to John Mozeliak. He said, quote, I hope people realize today this is not something that I was aware of or Mr. DeWitt was aware of. In no way did it help inform any of our decisions. Mike Matheny really tried to separate the two, that story and what's going on the field with the team. They have the best record in baseball. And yeah, I don't know how it will affect the Cardinals' play on the field. It's a distraction. I'm sure players will be asked about it and just say, I have no idea.
I think that's pretty easy to put over in that compartment over there as to none of my business. I'll just come get ready to do my thing.
Cardinals are leading at Minnesota 1-0 in the bottom of the 4th tonight. That's the thing. The Cubs have not been able to gain any ground on the teams ahead of them. The Cardinals have won 5 in a row. The Pirates 6 straight. There's Yoervis Medina, possibly getting ready for his Cubs debut.
I guess with the dependence on technology in the game now, it's just a matter of time before something like this happened. It's really interesting. It's not anything anybody really contemplated. One team would, or some rogue guy in an organization would hack into another club's system.
Fowler back now in. He's got it.
Might make a good movie. Be a good sequel to Moneyball. Host your best customers and guests at a private suite at Wrigley Field. The Nuveen Investment Suites can accommodate anywhere from 15 to 55, include food, all you can drink, and parking. To book your premier experience at the ballpark, visit Cubs.com/suites.
Well, before, when files and things were written down, it was harder to get that stuff and easier to get rid of it. The old shredder. Now it's easier to get stuff and it's harder to cover your tracks. Now we're going to pay off the Billy Martin story from earlier. Game 7, 1952 World Series. Jackie Robinson hits the field pop-up. This is what JD was referring to earlier. 7th inning of that game.
Out of nowhere.
10-zip.
They loved him in.
Some things are not what they appear to be. Other things are exactly what they appear to be. The Lexus IS, as aggressive as it looks. Lease the all-wheel drive 2015 IS 250 for $349 a month for 36 months. See your Lexus dealer.
This is history in the making. Cortez, 23 years old, first woman in the majors.
Never miss a moment. Get live TV on the go included with AT&T Uverse TV for just $19 a month for 2 years with qualifying bundles and 1-year term.
Refurbish your front porch or deck with Railblazer aluminum railings from Menards. They're easy to install and come with a 20-year limited warranty. Right now, a 4-foot railing section is just $56.98. Protect your deck with Woolman Durastain and Raincoat with Never Wet hydrophobic technology. It's a one-coat stain designed to provide excellent color retention and mildew protection. Right now, save $6 a gallon. That's $30 on 5-gallon pails. Don't forget Father's Day. Pick up a gift card.
Save big money at Menards.
T-Mobile game changer time. Kyle Schwarber, first major league start as the DH. First at bat, an RBI triple back in the 2nd inning. And right now, that's the game-winning RBI, assuming the Cubs can hold this 10-0 lead. RBI single in the 3rd inning. Family and friends loving it here in Cleveland.
That's great stuff.
In the top of the 7th inning, changes for the drive. Number 6, Zach Walters remains in the game.
Walters, who pinch ran for Kipnis, he'll stay in and play second. David Murphy now in left. And Mike Aviles went to center. Brian Shaw will do the pitching. Flashbacks of March.
Yeah, that's a lopsided game. Starts to resemble a spring training game with all the personnel changes. Steady stream of relievers for Terry Francona here. Shaw, pitcher number 6 for Cleveland here tonight.
If Schwarber qualified, he'd be leading the majors in batting average and OPS.
And the University of Indiana, obviously more known for their basketball than their baseball, but they've turned out a number. Ted Kluszewski U of I. Oh, my.
Base hit.
Line drive machine.
3 hits.
Look at, they're getting blasé. They're not even standing anymore.
I got to correct you before we get response. IU.
Oh, Indiana University.
U of I would be Illinois.
Yeah.
Take that stuff seriously.
Yeah. Well, lighten up, folks.
Schwarber was actually more heavily recruited out of high school as a football player than a baseball player. You can see why. A mature kid. Talked about him last night. Aptitude off the charts. Quick learner. I think he's taken on the idea of, can I catch at the big leagues? He's really grabbed it by the horns. He wants to be a major league catcher. It's important to him to do that, even if it delays that process a little bit.
Yeah, that's going to be the the decision for the organization too. If the bat is so good, where you want to try to get him to the big leagues more quickly, you may reconsider.
Breaking ball on the outside.
That whole plan, obviously, the value, if he can do what he projects to do offensively as a catcher, you've got a very special player. I think there's a way you can massage that situation and get him to the big leagues, give him some at-bats in the outfield, still get him some work behind the plate with the idea of him ultimately becoming a primary catcher. I think Mickey Morandini was also an Indiana guy.
Grounded to third. Urshela, Walters, Santana for a double play.
And by the way, can you say Mickey Morandini without hearing Harry Callis's voice in your head?
Mickey Morandini. Yeah, Ted Kluszewski, Mickey Morandini, John Wayner, Barry Jones, Kevin Ory, Kyle Schwarber among the many.
Side benefit of this breakout game for the Cubs. They're getting a lot of looks at the Cleveland bullpen here tonight. Up close looks at what their stuff is like. Could prove beneficial tomorrow.
So now the Iowa fans are upset because I said U of I is Illinois and University of Iowa. Try to take care of everybody best we can. 10-0 Cubs.
A new small McCafe green apple smoothie or medium frozen strawberry lemonade. Just $2 each this summer at McDonald's.
The Chicago Blackhawks have won their third Stanley Cup championship in 6 years. To commemorate this historic event, Big Time Bats has just released the officially licensed Decade of Dominance Chicago Blackhawks Stanley Cup Champions hockey stick blade. This commemorative blade features the Hawks logo and the Stanley Cup and is limited to 2015 individually numbered blades. Get your own today for $129.95 plus shipping. Call BigTimeBats.com at 866-280-BATS.
You've heard of a win-win, right? What about a win-win-win? Pick up the limited edition Metallic Droid Turbo by Motorola. Water repellent, up to 48-hour battery life, and ballistic nylon back. That's your first win. Plus, it's only on Verizon, the #1 network. There's your next win. Now for the final win. Get $250 when you trade in any smartphone. And get 10 gigs of data for $80 a month and $15 per line. The win-win-win. A new way to save without settling. Only on Verizon.
It's only an egg, freshly cracked at morning light. A real delight when you take that very first bite. Introducing McDonald's Bacon and White Cheddar McMuffin. Get one in a small McCafe coffee for just $3.50.
Welcome back. All Cubs here tonight. 10-0, bottom of the 7th. Follow the Cubs all season with MLB.com at bat. At bat is up to the moment at any moment with in-game highlights, live look-ins, replay reviews, radio broadcasts, StatCast, and more. Get MLB.com at bat for your smartphone or tablet. That's obviously coming through in a big way tonight, but let's not forget the work of Tsuyoshi Wada. Takes a shutout into the 7th inning. Made a little noise early. Chris Coughlin made a nice play to get him out of that inning, and then he is taking control of this ball game. Attacking the strike zone. He's punched out 6.
Back out there for the 7th, his longest outing in 18 starts as a major leaguer. 7 against the Rockies in a 4-1 win last year on July 28th. 1-0 to Ryan Rayburn. It's a strike. Pirates still haven't given up a run through 5. Jeff Locke working on a one-hit shutout, leading 3-0 at the White Sox. On a bounce to the shortstop, Castro. Easy play, got him.
Well, that's the other part of it. There's been a fair bit of hard contact against Wada here. He's got a huge lead, so he's going to be aggressive and challenge a big part of the strike zone. But everything that's been hit sharply has been hit right at a Cub.
And see some work from their closer Cody Allen tonight. Roberto Perez, the catcher, came in for Gomes in the 6th. From Puerto Rico, debuted last year in the big leagues at age 25.
David Ross chatting with Jerry Davis after that one, saying, hey, that was a good pitch, Jerry. Well, I know it's 10-0 game, don't want to give you too much grief, but I was fighting for my guy.
He walked him. Second walk given up by Wada.
It's just a matter of how many pitches Madden wants Wada to throw in this ball game. He had Medina up earlier, and I'm assuming that's him out there throwing again now.
In the shift, long run for Castro. Got a glove on it, just couldn't haul it in.
Yeah, it's hard when you're tracking a ball like that. It's very difficult to look away. You're fearful if you look off the ball, you're not going to be able to find it again. So you're just not sure where you are on the field. He knows he's probably running out of room. Thought he was a little closer to the barrier than he actually was. See him start to pull up there a little bit. That ball's a little higher. He probably has time to find the wall, take one peek, get a better sense of where he is on the field, and then make the play.
Backhanded play, Bryant to Castro for one. They turn it. 5-6-3 to end the inning. It has been the Cubs' night tonight. 10-0 after 7.
The Dodge brothers have always believed that by taking things further and pushing the limits, you can create a brand that grows as fast as it drives. One drive and you'll discover why Dodge is America's fastest growing performance brand. Join us now during the Dodge Drive and Discover event. Get $2,500 cash allowance plus $500 bonus cash. Plus, loyal owners get $1,000 bonus cash on Grand Caravan.
Let me drive for a little bit.
20 minutes.
Yay! Well, Sam, it's been 20 minutes. You want to take over? Thunder Buddies for life.
Careful with that.
It's okay. It's not loaded. And my nose came off.
Ted 2, rated R.
Get Dad the brand's pros trust with big Father's Day savings now at Lowe's. Like this DeWalt drill, now only $99. And this shop vac for only $49. So hurry into Lowe's and save on something he'll love.
You're finally here. Long way from the Sandlot. First game in the majors? You don't know ARP, because this family is enjoying a cross-country baseball stadium trip they planned online at AARP Travel. It's where your journey begins with inspiration, planning, booking, and hot travel tips from real pros. If you don't think seize the trip when you think AARP, then you don't know ARP. Find more surprising possibilities and get to know us at aarp.org/possibilities.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame here in downtown Cleveland. Born on this day in 1946, Barry Manilow. In 1955, Colonel Tom Parker arranged a meeting that would eventually allow him to become the manager for Elvis Presley. And on this date in 2015, Tsuyoshi Wada with 7 shutout innings. Don't think that's going to make the Indians' notes next year. Here's Cody Allen, the Indians' closer.
Allen on to get a little work. Here comes pitcher number 7 for Cleveland tonight.
So Zach McAllister's the only guy left in their bullpen. We saw him last night. We were talking off the air. I wonder, would Terry Francona consider using a position player in the ninth?
Well, you know he's not going to use Allen for 2. So it's either McAllister or...
Some managers just don't like to do that.
I don't know who his guy would be. Maybe Walters?
A strike called on Russell. How about the defense tonight?
Oh my, yeah.
Russell and Bryant and Coughlin.
Yeah, we've seen Russell make that play up the middle many, many times here this year. The one he made tonight may be his best. Bryant, his range factor is going through the roof. He's making all these plays on the right side of the infield or out in shallow right.
And this is the poster child, this game tonight, for your idea last night. For the manager just to say,
yeah,
can we call it a night? If you're
they're throwing in the towel in a boxing match.
Yeah, and it's 10-0. All over but the shouting early. $15,572. A lot of Cub fans here tonight. Indians have struggled with their attendance. Swung on and missed.
It's pretty firm there. Four-seamer with a little hop.
Stepping in for the Cubs, number 24, Dexter Fowler.
See, this is what I was talking about earlier, the fact that he's had to use all these relievers. You know, it's very difficult to quantify the value of one single at-bat against the guy. But if Allen's out there tomorrow in a critical situation and Russell or Fowler's gotten that bat against him, at least they'll have seen him tonight. So, see the ball come out of his hand, sense movement on his pitches. And not the same advantage you would gain by hacking into a team's computer system, but a little bit of an advantage.
Ground ball foul. That one got away from him. He's got a curveball he throws very hard. Might have been the changeup. There's the curve. Called strike 3. You don't see very many curveballs at 86. It's usually a slider.
Justin Grimm throws his hard.
Batting for Rizzo is number 29, Mike Baxter.
Mike Baxter for Anthony Rizzo. Not much of a respite, but Anthony will get an inning or two off here to end the game.
Well, this is exactly the scenario I was talking about. There could be an opportunity for Baxter to pinch hit in a meaningful situation against Allen tomorrow night.
Right. Yeah.
Probably precisely why he's getting this at bat right here.
Line into center for a base hit.
That would be the 15th hit of the night for the Cubs. They got 6 each in the second and third inning.
Yeah, 10 guys have come to the plate for the Cubs tonight, and they all have a hit. Including Bryant, his last time up to extend his hit streak to 13.
Change up. Don't think that was a changeup. More like a breaking ball. The catcher Perez kind of did the wiggle that usually is a changeup. Here goes again.
Cubs are 1 hit and 2 runs away from their season high set in Detroit last week on June 10th on a 12-3 win.
If I'm a Cub pitcher, I'm lobbying to get the ball after the next time the Cubs get shut out. A chance to gain a game on the Cardinals tonight. Still plenty of baseball to play. They're in the 6th. Twins lead St. Louis 2-1.
White Sox have gotten on the board in the 6th inning against Jeff Locke. It's 3-1 Pittsburgh in that one. High fly ball to center. Aviles on the back pedal to end the inning. Bottom 8, Cubs 10, Indians nothing.
Oh, new Corolla.
Looks fun.
Fun? It's got Bluetooth connectivity, an Entune audio system, and even voice recognition.
Cool.
So how about a test drive?
Yeah.
Woohoo!
I thought I was gonna drive.
She's in the zone.
Woo!
Get 0% APR financing for 60 months on a 2015 Corolla, or lease Corolla for just $169 a month.
It all starts at Toyota. Let's go places!
At DirecTV, we believe families should have somewhere to turn when disaster strikes. We believe our customers should have a real person to talk to 24 hours a day. That you should never miss your shows, even if it means overnighting a replacement receiver. And that if we're lucky enough to be invited into your home, we should leave it better than we found it. Because we believe there's no place for ordinary when you entertain the extraordinary. Don't just watch TV. DirecTV.
The whole town is talking about savings at Webb Chevrolet. Lease before the end of June and save. Lease an all-new 2015 Equinox for just $199 per month. Lease a 2015 Malibu LT for $179 per month. Lease a 2015 Cruise LT for only $169 per month. Or lease a 2015 Trax for just $199 per month. Hurry in and save. Lease before the end of June at Webb Chevrolet.
See your Webb family dealer today.
Hi, I'm David Kaplan in our Comcast SportsNet studios in downtown Chicago with a SportsNet Central update. The City of Chicago has extended the Blackhawks parade route for tomorrow. It will now kick off at Washington and Racine, heading east to Des Plaines, south on Des Plaines to Monroe, and then over to Michigan Avenue before heading over to Soldier Field. Our coverage of the Victory Rally begins tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. More on the Hawks later tonight on SportsNet Central. Now back to Len and Big Jim at Cleveland.
Nothing. Cubs lead the Indians here in the bottom of the 8th. Baxter stays in and plays first. And a Cubs debut, Yoervis Medina on the pitch.
At AAA Iowa, he pitched to a .463 ERA in 11 2/3, allowed 15 hits, 7 walks. Over from the Mariners in the Wellington Castillo deal.
First pitch, fastball to Urshela for a strike.
Yoervis Medina, 26 years of age. Big guy, 6'3", 240 and change. Debuted with the Mariners in 2013. 63 appearances that year, 66 appearances last year. It's 12 times with Seattle this season, and then 4 times with their AAA club.
Side.
Reports we got when the Cubs acquired him was that the velocity was down a little bit. And, as I peruse fan graphs, showing an average fastball velocity of a little over 92 miles an hour. Last year, closer to 95.
Struck well on the ground, but again, right to the shortstop. Castro makes the play.
Hitting for the Indians, the center fielder, Mike Aviles.
Medina throws fastballs and sliders. He has a changeup, but rarely uses it.
.6'3", 245. Medina. Fastball at the knees and over. 26 years old. Rafael Soriano recently signed with the Cubs. Might see him within a month or so. Bullpen's been really good here as of late. But you can never have enough good arms.
Yeah, you gotta have depth. Speaking of which, Neil Ramirez has started his rehab assignment. So hopefully it won't be too long before he's back in a Cub uniform. Medina works from the extreme first base side of the rubber. Having a hard time finishing that slider. Gary Davis pays the price. He's way over there.
Broken bat, one hopper to Castro. He's had a busy night. Slings it to Baxter. 2 outs.
Now stepping to the plate for the try. Second baseman, Zach Walter.
There's Walters. Switch hitter.
Hey, there he is. He's back. Not giving up.
That drum is really loud from where we sit, and we're about 500 feet away from John Adams. How about the guy there on the left? Not even paying attention. That's because he cannot hear in his left ear.
Probably got earplugs in. No Ricky Vaughn tonight out of the Indian bullpen. Eddie Harris, the veteran, just did not have his good stuff. The Cubs put a big number on him.
Ground ball to Baxter, down to an E, up with it. He'll take it unassisted. And it's 10-0 Cubs as we go to the ninth.
Remember back in the day when airlines didn't charge extra for every little thing? Actually, wait. At Southwest, that's today. Low fares. We don't just have them. We invented them. We invented low fares. Other airlines invented bag fees. We like our invention way more. Low fares. We don't just have them. We invented them.
Over the years, us dads have received some pretty interesting Father's Day gifts.
This year, why not give us dads a great gift we can open again and again?
Right now, get a $500 Feldco savings card with every free in-home estimate.
These $500 savings cards are only available till Father's Day, so hurry. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
There's a drive to deep center field, and this could be the ball game. He's going back.
T-Mobile's network has more data capacity per customer than Verizon and AT&T. It's the network that's data strong all season long. Switch now and get a free subscription to MLB.com at-bat premium. Only at T-Mobile.
Cubs fans, get ready for an exciting finish. Brought to you by New Finish Car Polish and the #1 rated scratch remover, Scratch Doctor.
Time for a Benny's Beverage Depot toast of the game. Madison Russell tucking one inside the left field foul pole. That was in the second inning. Anthony Rizzo later that frame snapped it 0 for 20. Chris Denorfia is first as a Cub, 3-run shot. And as we contemplated, yep, it'll be Ryan Rayburn, who had been DHing, and he's now going to pitch.
Yeah, he has pitched once. And that was back in 2013, so he's been sitting on that 0 ERA, pitched a scoreless inning. Back out there, see if he can do it again.
Throwing 83-mile-an-hour sinkers. Most guys, they throw sinker. Something just about everybody can do, except for you.
Yeah, I can get to save my life.
This usually serves two purposes. The #1 thing is to not have to use a bullpen arm. And there's a secondary purpose as well, and that is to just try to have your teammates laugh a little and have
a little levity on a tough night at the ballpark.
This has been a really bad night for the Indians. David Ross was that guy for the Cubs in a blowout loss in Milwaukee earlier.
You see all the Indian players up on the rail in the dugout, having some fun.
How about Coughlin's night? 2 hits, 2 walks, hit by a pitch, so he's been on all 5 times. One. The crowd goes crazy.
It gives the fans something to cheer for, too.
Well, he's got a little movement on that two-seamer. I don't even know why the catcher's giving him signs. I think he's going to cross him up. Long run, Moss. Couldn't get there.
Yeah, that's one thing manager will tell a position player. Hey, don't try to get too fancy out there. Don't hurt yourself. Don't overthrow.
Deep right center. Aviles has it up against the padding. That'll send Coughlin back to first.
Stepping in for Chicago, number 12,
If you're Kyle Schwarber, do you want your first big league home run to be against Ryan Rayburn?
Yes. Because you and David Ross then can laugh about it, because Rossi hit his off Mark Grace. Schwarber's saying I face better guys at AAA or AA. He'll go to AAA next week.
Well, reach back for a little something extra there.
I think I said a hit by pitch earlier by Coughlin. It was actually a walk. It was close, didn't hit him. I said he was almost hit, and that's what I put in my scorecard. Swing and a miss, 3-2. That's 3 walks for Coughlin tonight.
'88. Rayburn's getting loose. He's warming to the task.
That looks good, doesn't it?
Oh my.
He's going to end up with an infield hit. Schwarber's on. He's 4 out of 5. Game is too easy for him.
Take it, Kyle. He's kind of shaking his head apologetically down there with Brandon Hines. I can't believe I got that.
Yanks that one into the corner. Foul, just foul.
Almost a no-win situation for the Cub hitters against Rayburn here. You're supposed to get a hit off a position player, or at least hit the ball hard. The one thing they'll say, you just don't want to punch out. We're going to come a little off speed here.
Lined out at third as Urshela makes a catch. As DeNorfia hit that ball right on the button. Ball knuckled a little bit. Here's Ross. Actually, it'd be funny if Joel at one point pinch hit one of his starting pitchers like John Lester. Trying to get his first major league hit. Wouldn't be surprised if John lobbied for it.
John wants to get his legit, and he will. Not in his next start, though.
No, that'll be in Minnesota. And the DH will be in order. Here comes Tito, and is he going to make a change?
Yeah, I think he thinks that maybe Rayburn's starting to get tired. He doesn't want to. He doesn't want him to get hurt.
He's going to have to take stock here and maybe ask around. Anybody else? He points at David Murphy.
Yeah, well,
says,
he pointed to his left arm when he first went out there, so he had somebody in mind.
You want to do it?
This is the second mid-count pitching change of the game. The first time he was trying to get a double play ball. He brought Ryan Webb in with a couple guys on base. Here he's just trying to save Ryan Rayburn's arm and have a little more fun.
Who's going to play left?
Michael Bourne, maybe?
Bourne, yeah. He'd be the only guy,
guy left.
Right? So that'll probably move Aviles to left. Yep. Unless Bourne just plays left. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think at this point, Terry's like, go wherever you want to go, go. Like a Sandlot game. So the big, tall left-hander comes on, and he too is making his second career relief appearance.
Bourne may be asking Aviles, what do you want to do? Does it matter? You know who's going to love this? Among others,
Joe Madden,
Jason Stark.
Oh gosh, yeah.
He's going to write a column this week that'll be about 8,000 words on all the position players
pitching in the era of depressed offense. All of a sudden, here in a stretch of a couple of days, there's been a slew of position players taking the mound in some blowout games. David Ross has to make an adjustment here now with a lefty coming in.
The other question I think the Indians Media Relations Department may be dealing with here is what's the record for pitchers used in a 9-inning game? Because Markham, Hagedorn, Webb, Atchison, Zepchinski, Shaw, Allen, Rayburn, Murphy, that's 3, 6, 9 pitchers have been used. Popped him up. Back of second. Lindor. Oh, he didn't make the play. Unbelievable.
He was backpedaling and a little bit off kilter out there. I think he thought Aviles was going to come in and run him off that ball. Look at Chris Bosio. He just can't believe. I can't believe what I just saw.
Oh, it's 11-0. So it's an error on the rookie.
Oh, yeah, he looked. He peeked at Walters there and then lost track of the baseball.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. David Murphy saying, now I don't know what pitchers feel like when they don't get help from their defense.
Memory serves me correctly, Murphy was a pretty good pitcher in high school as well. Klein High School in the Houston area. He's not just stepping and throwing. He's got actually a legit delivery.
Base hit for Russell. He'll get an RBI. The good thing is now these runs are going to be unearned. The position players.
So Rayburn will keep his 0 ERA.
Number 24, Dexter Fowler.
12-0. Here's Fowler.
I guess if you wanted to be the ultimate sportsman here, you just choke one up and just play a little pepper and hit a ground ball to the infielders. But that goes against your nature as a competitor.
I understand Tanner Boyle is up in the bullpen. If Murphy can't get through this inning. Kelly Leak not available tonight. He worked in 3 in a row. See, we had exhausted our major league references for one night. So. Ball 4. I think Lindor wants to run and hide right now. Murphy was out of the inning.
Batting for Chicago, number 29, Mike Baxter.
Yeah. This has not been Bob Feller-like. Apparently, Murphy's not throwing hard enough to register on our pitch speed, and he just hit Baxter. There's 78. So Baxter will get an RBI.
Third baseman, Chris Bryant.
No, we're not going to cue the Benny Hill music.
And one thing Murphy's got to be aware of is be ready to field your position too.
Yep.
You know, doing something that's a little foreign to him. If Bryant hits a rocket back through the middle, it could be dangerous.
Bryant trying to avoid making the final out for the 5th time tonight. Again, not that it matters. It's 13-0.
Shook him off.
High drive deep to center. Aviles is back. It is gone. A grand slam for Chris Bryant.
That was almost predictable.
They want to get to your 20.
Can't provide a whole lot of deep analysis on that one. Just a very strong young man hitting against an outfielder. Get a BP fastball and crushing it.
$17-0. Aviles back on this ball on the warning track. He's got it. They put up a 7 spot against Rayburn and Murphy in the 9th.
There were over 22 ounces of beer eligible to be the delicious last drop. But to outlast the competition, it takes more than just hops and desire. You have to be sharp. You have to dig deep and fight to hang on to the bitter end.
Oh, that's not bitter at all. It's actually hoppy. Hops-like, you know. Hopsalescent. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that one. Don't steal it.
Buffalo Wild Wings, 21 sauces and seasonings, tons of taps, and countless flat screens. Nowhere is sports more alive.
This mountain doesn't own a watch. It's not in a hurry to get where it's going. And yet, after millions of years, it has arrived. It's what inspired us to cold age our beer, which, thankfully, takes a little less than a million years. Coors Light, born in the Rockies.
There are lots of reasons why Myrtle Beach, South Carolina is the golf capital of the world. Over 100 beautifully manicured courses open to everyone, with more of these courses ranked in America's top 100 than any other destination, where you can escape the daily grind and reconnect with friends and family in a place affectionately known as Golf Town, USA. And now Myrtle Beach is easier to get to than ever with several new nonstop flights from Allegiant Air. To plan your next Myrtle Beach golf vacation, go to golftownusa.com.
Well, there you go. Our lows never stop improving for earlier. Just got to get to game 2 against all these American League Central teams. And by the way, those runs in the 9th, 7 off Rayburn and Murphy, unearned.
And so the last 2 times the Cubs have been shut out, they've responded by scoring 12 and now 17 runs.
And we'll have a pitcher batting in this inning, David Murphy. John Adams banging on the drum. The pitch to Lindor. His error really opened the floodgates. Castro behind second.
Now stepping to the plate for the drive, the pitcher, David Murphy.
The pitcher, David Murphy. Yeah, so Rayburn and Murphy, ERAs of 0.
Murphy going to try to have a little fun with the bat here. Saw the numbers. He's having a nice year.
Am I wrong to wonder about 9-inning
9 pitchers
record of using 9 pitchers? It's got to be close. Pitcher an inning. Fowler comes in. I guess maybe a September call-up game you could have theoretically, but that's a lot of guys. You don't even see 9 in spring training usually.
Yeah.
There were many who scoffed at your idea of the white flag, and Terry Francona, man, does he wish this game had ended after 8.
Yeah, and my idea was just a hypothetical. If you could ask a manager, would he prefer to keep going, or would he rather throw in the towel and come back and get after it tomorrow? It was not a legitimate rule proposal.
The next day, though, it fit. This will do it. And Cub fans happy, and I think Indians fans happy just to get on out of here. The final score, Cubs win 17-0.
Yeah, just a complete beatdown in every facet of the game. The Cubs, big noise early. Wada was 7 shutout. A clean game defensively, and a nice bounce back after being shut out in the ball game last night.
So Wada and Medina combine on a 17-0 shutout. And we'll be right back with you tomorrow night to wrap up this 3-game home and home with the Indians. Now for JD and our entire crew here in Cleveland, Len Casper inviting you to stay tuned. Blue Cross Blue Shield Cubs post-game live is next.
Well, touchdown, a field goal, and pick 6 late. 17-0, your final. Kevin Holly with you here on our Blue Cross Blue Shield Cubs post-game live. Wow.
Yeah, much better. A lot better than last night. Isn't that the great thing about baseball is you get to play the next day? And a little flat yesterday, not a lot of offense, and the pitching was not so good. And tonight, the pitching was outstanding. The defense was stellar. What a day by Schwarber. 17 runs. I mean, goodness, all sorts of highlights for us, right?
A lot of fun. All right, we'll take a quick time out. We'll get you all set. We've got a lot to cover. We'll get right to it. Cubs blow out the Tribe 17-0. Be right back.
Binny's Beverage Depot is going to bat for Make-A-Wish, Illinois. Every time the Cubs leadoff man gets a hit, Binny's will donate $100 to Make-A-Wish, Illinois. That calls for a toast. Binny's is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
Get Dad the brand's pros trust with big Father's Day savings now at Lowe's. Like this DeWalt drill, now only $99. And this shop vac for only $49. So hurry into Lowe's and save on something he'll love.
Here's something new. Announcing the Sign and Ride event at your local Ford stores, where you pay $0 down, $0 due at signing, and $0 first month's payment on select new Ford models. It's never been easier to get into America's best-selling brand. So come get behind the wheel of the capable Explorer or the smart and innovative Escape. Now during the Sign and Ride event, lease an Explorer or Escape with $0 down, $0 due at signing, and $0 first month's payment. Hurry to the Sign and Ride event, only at your local Ford stores.
So you take a chance on that slick DirecTV offer. $19 you think, but after just 3 months, you're paying over $100 a month, and it keeps going up. Suddenly, you're locked into a 2-year contract that could cost you nearly $3,000. Thinking about DirecTV? Better hang on to your wallet.
There's nothing direct about DirecTV. Call Xfinity from Comcast for a great offer and lock in your rate for 2 years.
Baseball on Comcast SportsNet is brought to you in part by Southwest Airlines. Book your low fare now at southwest.com. Your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Honda dealers, as reliable as the cars themselves. Xfinity, your home for the most live sports. Audi, truth in engineering. Menards, save big money at Menards. And by Toyota. See where Toyota takes you. Test drive one at your Toyota dealer. Toyota, let's go places. This is Blue Cross Blue Shield Cubs Postgame Live.
That gets under the glove of Santana into the right field corner. Coughlin on his way to third. Schwarber to second. Gary Jones is going to send Coughlin. Schwarber all the way to third. And the Cubs are on the board.
All hail Kyle Schwarber. Rookie led an offensive onslaught. That was his first big league hit, a triple. Cubs a season high 17 runs, 18 hits. They beat the Indians 17-0. You heard me right. Hello, welcome to Cubs Postgame Live. Presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield. He's Todd Hollandsworth. I'm David Kaplan. Okay, every team is going to be on the receiving end of one of these, and they're going to get one of these.
Sure.
Sure, a lot of fun when you're the one doing the beating.
Absolutely, and especially after last night. Like I said, coming into this one, you know, trying to set the tone for this road trip as well. Yesterday's ball game did not go as planned. You're looking for length from Wada. You know, maybe even came into this one with some desperate thoughts, if you will, thinking if Wada doesn't give us length, we're back in that bullpen for a lot of innings. Wada gets you 7. He gets you 7 because the offense was great, and I really do think a lot of the pressure came off of Wada out there on the mound. Was able to lock in and start throwing strikes. Very deliberate, pounded the strike zone, and gave us those innings. And that being said, the offense was outstanding. I mean, top to bottom of the lineup, everybody contributed, and then everybody piled on. It is contagious, Cap. That's a great dose of what this ball game is. You get to watch it and see how they're feeding off each other. I mean, we were kind of giggling. You know, Chris Bryant, you know, 1 for 5, you know, ended 4 innings. Comes up and hits a grand slam late, and how it changed his day. So everybody contributes. You come to the yard the next day, everybody's got a smile on their face, knowing that they had a good ball game offensively last night.
Well, let's check out our Sports Authority play of the game. Top second, Kyle Schwarber gets his first major league hit with this RBI triple under the glove of Santana over at first. It's a hard ground ball. That's going to scoot all the way down into the corner. And that will send Chris Coughlin around to score the Cubs a 1-0 lead. Now, Schwarber, just the 4th Cubs designated hitter to hit a triple. The other 3 are Moises Alou, Jeff Baker, and Halita.
Yes,
My partner
sir.
did it. June 25, 2004, against the Chicago White Sox. What day of the week was that? See if you remember the day.
I have no idea.
It was a Friday.
Oh, very cool.
I got married.
I love it.
I got married 2 days later on a Sunday. Time for our Cholula hot sauce pitching recap. All right, let's take a look at the numbers. Tsuyoshi Wada, he knew he was on borrowed time if he didn't pitch well tonight. Came out, was magnificent. 7 innings, 4 hits, nary a run, 6 Ks, 2 walks. He was really good, and Sean Markham was really, really bad.
Well, for Wada, I mean, again, I felt like the offense set him up obviously very well. Getting after it there in the 2nd inning, scoring 6, giving him something to maybe help him relax just a little bit, lock in on that strike zone and pound the strike zone with the fastball, get that little slider working, the changeup down in the zone. But the games like this promote aggressiveness from your starter, and that's what you wanted to see. And maybe that's kind of what we were seeing, a lack of aggressiveness from him in his last starts. Pitching not to make mistakes as opposed to attacking the strike zone. And when you get a big lead like he did today, you're forced into that. Everybody, your teammates, everybody's expecting you to dial it in and even be a little bit more aggressive. Let's get in and out. You don't want long innings. You don't want walks. And Wada did a fantastic job tonight doing just that. Change speeds. Again, you don't stop pitching. This isn't a situation where you just go out and throw fastball after fastball after fastball. You still have to pitch, but you want to be around the plate. You don't want to create traffic for yourself with long counts and walks, and he didn't do that tonight. Outstanding effort from Wada. We needed it. The bullpen needed a little bit of a blow right there. And again, tremendous offensive outburst tonight, which I really do believe set up Wada so well.
All right, Addison Russell went deep tonight, had a 2-run home run, made a spectacular play behind second base as well. But here's Russell, and that ball is way up and way out off of Sean Markham, who his stuff's a little short. Just been injured.
Say what you're thinking. Say what you're thinking.
He's just not very good
that's
anymore.
The game plan going in again tonight. Now, Markham is coming off a great start, but Markham does not have high velocity. I mean, you saw it tonight. He's throwing 86, topping out at 88 miles an hour on the fastball. He's a 4-pitch mix guy. But what you have to do is be patient, lay off the slop, and they did just that tonight. We're able to get him up in the strike zone.
How about Anthony Rizzo off one knee?
Did you see an uncomfortable at bat tonight from the Cubs? I don't think you did.
You did not. You did not. And
Great
there's
swing.
Rizzo,
Good swing.
2-run bomb, and all of a sudden it's a 6-0 game, and this thing was over early. And then late, you had Murphy in the pitch, a position player pitching for the 2nd straight night. 2 happened in Major League Baseball yesterday. And Chris Bryant takes him yard. Way up, way out to dead center field, about 450 feet, and 4 more cross, 17-0.
Well, it all counts, Cap, and that's the one thing I'm sure that was being spoken up and down the dugout as this game goes on. You say, well, this game's over. It's 10-0 mid-game. We've got 4 innings to play. Easy for the offense to shut it down. But again, big leaguers, man, you fight. Everyone will tell you, I fought for every hit I had, Cap, and these guys are doing the exact same thing. You get into these games and you don't want to give it bats away. It's how you start bad habits. So good to see the Cubs stay after it, continue to put together good at-bats, even against some of the position players from the Indians, and not give those at-bats away. As you found out, as I said, Bryant was in a position where he was, kind of the odd man out maybe in all of this.
1 for 5.
1 for 5, and he comes up against a position player, gets a fastball up, and hits a grand slam. It changes his day. So he's feeling, again, good about his swing, good about the results.
All right, time for a break here at Cubs Postgame Live, presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield. We will be right back.
Cubs Postgame Live is presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois. Through it all.
Kate!
She can't go alone. Give me your hand! That was close.
Nissan gave a lucky few the ride of their life in the 2015 Nissan Altima.
Where am I going? Where am I going? Nissan Altima with blind spot warning and up to 270 horsepower. Get the ride of your life at your local Nissan store. Choose Altima with 0% APR financing for up to 72 months. Plus, save up to $2,000. Bonus cash ends June 30th. Shop ChooseNissan.com. Nissan, innovation that excites.
What's all this? My own line of products. Barkley 34.
Smells like a locker room.
Exactly.
What's this?
The Rebounder. It's a dating app for the newly available.
Sounds promising. Can we build it?
Yes. CDW installed our HP per line servers with Intel Xeon processors so we can handle any data demands.
Any?
Any.
I like it.
Then you're gonna love Stir Charles.
At DirecTV, we believe giving a smile to a sick child is the least we can do. We believe logging tens of thousands of hours building homes and playgrounds defines our true spirit. That providing job opportunities for disabled Americans is the best way to celebrate diversity. And that being named one of the top 50 most community-minded companies in the U.S. means we're doing something right. Because we believe there's no place for ordinary when you entertain the extraordinary. Don't just watch TV. DirecTV.
Hi gang, Poogie here. We're growing up the savings at Poogie in Downers Grove.
We've cut prices to the bone. And we cook them low and slow.
Get a new Volkswagen Jetta or Passat TDI with 0% financing for 72 months, plus $1,000 bonus cash. Hit the Poogie price and save.
Come sink your teeth into a great deal.
The savings at Poogie are delicious.
Buy a new car from Poogie can be a
beautiful thing, Grandpa.
Poogie, Poogie.
Comcast SportsNet, your home for Chicago Cubs baseball.
Tomorrow, come out and enjoy great interleague baseball as Comcast SportsNet hosts a viewing party at Declan's Irish Pub in Chicago. Terry Cortez, our great director, loves that place. Watch the Northsiders square off with Cleveland, enjoy Coors Light, and win prizes Thursday at 6. Great beer equals great responsibility. Time for our Four Seasons heating, air conditioning, and plumbing. Who's hot and who's not so hot? How about the last 7 days? Reds Todd Frazier, 9 for 28. 7 runs, scored 3 home runs. Todd, who's not hot over the past week. How about Milwaukee's Ryan Braun? 5 for 25, no home runs, 8 Ks. Better go see the substance guy. Just kidding. Welcome back to Cubs Postgame Live, presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois. Let's take a look at the Cubs lineup tonight. And there's a lot of productivity up and all over that lineup. We'll start with Chris Denorfia. How about a career-high 4 RBIs? Wham! There's his first one. That gets the Cubs rolling early in the second, and then he will also play long ball. 4 RBIs, Holly.
Yeah, great offensive approach. I mean, we've seen it consistently from Denorfia all season long. I mean, he continues to use the entire field. To me, I love watching him. This is one of our older vets. CD, you know what I'm talking about here, but he gets it done. That right there was great extension, gets a sinker, cuts it off, and elevates. Great swing right there. But again, what I love has been his approach all season long. He's been the answer at different spots in the outfield. He's been the answer at different spots in the lineup where he hits in the order as well, and he has been consistent and productive every time he's been given an opportunity.
You look at those numbers. I mean, you got hits for everybody, and of course the big star of the night was Kyle Schwarber. 4 for 5, scored 3, drove in 2, and his first career hit was a triple.
I'm happy for him, Kyle, man. That triple's the hardest one you get. The first, he gets it knocked out in his first big league start. So good to see from Schwarber. Great approach tonight. Again, as we talked about, going up against Markham, getting the ball up in the strike zone, did that. That's where you want to attack. He's not going to blow you away. You can expand probably a little bit up, but you didn't want to expand down, and he put together good at-bats, as did just about everybody else in this Cubs lineup tonight. This has been a fun game to watch, and Schwarber had a lot of fun out there tonight. Saw a lot of smiles.
All right, take a quick time out. We'll come back. A lot more to do. Be right back. Cubs Postgame Live, presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of
Illinois. Try a new small McCafe green apple smoothie or medium frozen strawberry lemonade. Just $2 each this summer at McDonald's.
Enhance your landscaping around trees, shrubs, and more with Red Lava Rock from Menards. This decorative stone protects your yard by keeping weed growth down. A 1 cubic foot bag covers 6 square feet and 2 inches thick. $4.44. Shed light in your exterior walls with Patriot Lighting. The Meridian Outdoor Wall Light features a brushed nickel finish with frosted ribbed glass. $19.99. The Sterling Outdoor Wall Light in a forged bronze finish with clear seated glass. $24.99. Don't forget Father's Day. Pick up a gift card.
Save big money at Menards.
Cubs baseball on Comcast SportsNet is brought to you in part by Cholula Hot Sauce, the flavorful hot sauce with the iconic wooden cap.
Things move fast around here. Who's got time to look at the fine print? So you see DirecTV's new offer. $19, you think. But after just 3 months, you're paying over $100 a month, and it keeps going up. Turns out you're locked into a 2-year contract that could cost you nearly $3,000. Thinking about DirecTV? Think again.
There's nothing direct about DirecTV. Call Xfinity from Comcast for a great offer and lock in your rate for 2 years.
Let's teach them well, let's teach them wise. Make sure we teach them not to lie. Tell them all they'll need to know.
You do all you can to keep them safe. So do we. The 2015 Mitsubishi Outlander with available forward collision mitigation, named one of America's safest CUVs. Now 0% APR for 72 months on a Mitsubishi Outlander.
Everyone builds dream houses. But when you dream, you close your eyes. That's why you need a guide. To see if it's too close to the train. To line up a good school. And remind you of the cost of a pool. With a RE/MAX agent, you will see how much better than a dream home the right home can be. RE/MAX. Dream with your eyes open.
It's only an egg, freshly cracked at morning light. A real delight when you take that very first bite. Introducing McDonald's Bacon and White Cheddar McMuffin. Get one in a small McCafe coffee for just $3.50.
Don't forget, tomorrow the celebration begins early on Comcast SportsNet. It starts at 7 a.m. We re-air our post-game celebration from Monday night. At 9 a.m., live coverage of the parade and rally at Soldier Field. And then after the rally, we re-air Game 6 in its entirety. It's all tomorrow on Comcast SportsNet. Our UPS store taking care of business player of the game, the Schwarbs. Kyle Schwarber.
Really? The Schwarbs? Is that where we're at?
4 for 5. There's his first big league hit. You could say you saw it. A triple into the right field corner. Drives in a run. It was a monster night for the Schwarbs. 4 for 5 on the evening.
Yeah, and threw in some knocks against the lefty as well. The second one was quite impressive to me. Got the front foot down. That's 94 on the inside part of the plate, like right there, and lines it into right field. So great day for Schwarber. Wow, really impressed how he has great balance at home plate. Again, as I said, gets the front foot down. Doesn't look like he's going to have an issue with velocity or anything like that. Short and quick to the baseball. Everything that you heard from Theo and Jed in some way played out tonight. Again, you see the performance. Scored 3 runs, drove in a couple runs. You know, they talk about him as being a complete hitter. We got to see it tonight.
We did. We actually saw, pretty decent wheels. I mean, motoring around for the triple.
Hey, man, you smell hits, baby. All big leaguers know how to turn up that gear right there.
His family and friends up there, they are jacked. How about a little defense? Chris Coughlin with a really nice play, and Addison Russell just spectacular. Here's Coughlin. Watch Coughlin right here.
Well, you got to
outfield assist.
Right, this sets the tone here. This is a 0-0 ball game. I mean, the Cubs offense hadn't gotten busy yet. A great throw. It's exactly what he's trying to do. Gets a great jump on the ball. He knows there's going to be a play. He's anticipating it right there and gets rid of it. 1 step and a release, 1 hop throw. It's exactly what a catcher wants. He knows the ball's going to stay down. If you can keep it in the grass, it stays down low. You're going down to make the tag anyway. It's a perfect throw. It's the one you want, and able to make the play right there. Oh, by the way, the offense responded after that great defensive play and got things going.
Watch this. This is the play of the night. I mean, this is absolutely spectacular.
Well, I mean, seriously, I mean, it's kind of becoming routine. I don't know. It's got to be at least the 5th or 6th time he's made a play on the 6 steps on the other side of the bag. Addison Russell, go get it done. This is the one I love. Oh, Chris Bryant on the right side of the diamond, going to the backhand, back to Starlin Castro to turn 2. I mean, again, this all fed so well into each other with the offense, with the defense keeping the innings short and making the plays as well. It encourages your starting pitching, your pitchers to continue to go out there and make pitches, especially when the defense behind you is making plays like we saw tonight.
All right, we'll be right back. Cubs Postgame Live continues. Presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois.
Try a new small McCafe green apple smoothie or medium frozen strawberry lemonade. Just $2 each this summer at McDonald's.
It can be hotter than Death Valley in your attic. But that's still not hot enough to sweat out bugs. Take these boxes. They're not only perfect for storing old yearbooks and pictures.
You find something?
They're also a perfect food source and nesting material for roaches. That's why I identify their favorite snacks, like old books, clothing, wood. Then I seal entryways and use the latest scientific methods. Working. Pest control down to a science.
Cubs baseball on Comcast SportsNet is brought to you in part by Cholula Hot Sauce, the flavorful hot sauce with the iconic wooden cap.
Flour-pressed soap, homemade hot sauce, artisanal pickles, whatever those are. Well, we're glad handcrafted is finally cool. Because at Firestone Complete Auto Care, we've been handcrafting since 1926. Robots might build cars, but it takes human hands to keep them running right. And that's a guarantee, backed by our fixed right promise. Firestone Complete Auto Care. Whatever you drive, drive a Firestone.
Nissan gave a lucky few the ride of their life in the 2015 Nissan Altima.
Where am I going? Where am I going?
Nissan Altima with blind spot warning and up to 270 horsepower. Get the ride of your life at your local Nissan store. Choose Altima with 0% APR financing for up to 72 months. Plus, save up to $2,000. Bonus cash ends June 30th. Shop ChooseNissan.com. Nissan, innovation that excites.
This mountain doesn't own a watch. It's not in a hurry to get where it's going. And yet, after millions of years, it has arrived. It's what inspired us to cold age our beer, which, thankfully, takes a little less than a million years. Coors Light, born in the Rockies.
It's only an egg, freshly cracked at morning light. A real delight when you take that very first bite. Introducing McDonald's Bacon and White Cheddar McMuffin. Get one in a small McCafe coffee for just $3.50.
Let's take a look at the Blue Cross Blue Shield key to the Cubs' victory.
Howie, Cap, this is legit. I told you before the game. Schwarber time. I mean, Ohio native playing in front of the family and friends, looking to get it done. And, you know, the other thing that I kind of really was playing off of was just the idea that last night's at bat, if you remember back, faced the lefty, Repchinski, for the Indians, and it was 3 pitches, and they were all pitchers' pitches. I knew he was going to get something to hit tonight, and what I kind of felt would happen was worst case scenario happened last night, best case scenario would happen tonight. He was outstanding again tonight, put together great at bats, got a few righties, and settled in against those lefties. So again, hopefully capitalizes on his time here. We know that it's going to be this week, and then that's going to be it. But again, it gives us something to remember.
All right, we'll take a quick time out. We'll tell you about tomorrow's matchup next on CSN.
Sports Authority is proud to be the official sporting goods retailer of the Chicago Cubs. Sports Authority, all things sporting good.
There are measures we can offer. Other agents in the field.
I work alone.
Okay, what's it gonna take?
I want a guarantee.
He wants the card.
I'm in.
He's good.
Drop my phone.
is history in the making. Cortez, 23 years old, first woman in the majors.
Never miss a moment. Get live TV on the go included with AT&T Uverse TV for just $19 a month for 2 years with qualifying bundles and 1-year term.
In the fraction of time we spend driving in reverse, about 500,000 accidents occur each year, which is why the Infiniti QX60 has world's first safety technology available, like backup collision intervention, which can brake even before you do to help keep everyone safe. Lease the all-wheel drive Infiniti QX60 for $399 a month. Visit your local Infiniti retailer.
We've never taken an official poll, but based on observation, we'd estimate a heck of a lot of dads that say their favorite store in the world is Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Probably because we have more of the stuff that dads love to shop for. Hint, hint. Right now, save on a Milwaukee M18 2-piece impact drill driver combo kit, $169. This Porter Cable 2-piece combo kit is only $129.99. And a 16-gallon shop vac, $79.99. From all of us at Blaine's Farm and Fleet, happy Father's Day.
Come on.
I thought you measured.
I did measure it. Just take the cushions off.
They are off.
Moving is frustrating, but moving your DirecTV isn't. Simply call before you move, and we'll bundle DirecTV with internet and home phone services for one low price. With this added value, moving has never been more rewarding. The DirecTV Movers Deal. Call and ask about all the benefits today.
Check out the pitching matchup for tomorrow's series finale. You got Jason Hamill, who did not have a great outing the last time he was out, against very talented Danny Salazar.
Yeah, it's back on. We got great pitching matchup going tomorrow night. Hamill, you saw the strikeouts of both these guys. Salazar's electric as well. Hamill has been outstanding. Sure, yeah, the last one wasn't ideal, but that being said, he has been one of our best guys this year, expecting a big performance from him tomorrow night as well. And again, Salazar's having a great year for the Indians.
All right, thank you for watching Cubs Postgame Live, presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois. Holly and I back tomorrow night with the postgame show. So we'll be everything ready to wrap up this Cubs and this Indians series before the Cubs move on in interleague play. SportsNet Central is next. Have a wonderful evening. See ya.
To SportsNet Central, presented by GMC.
We get things rolling tonight with a quick look at what's going on in the world of Chicago sports. You just watched it here on Comcast Sportsnet. One of the top young hitters in the Cubs organization, Kyle Schwarber, made his first start tonight. He was the designated hitter in Cleveland, and boy, did he hit. 4 for 5 in the Cubs' 17-0 rout to the Indians.
It's been a disappointing opening 2.5 months in this season of high White Sox expectation. The team back home on a 5-game skid. GM Rick Hahn had to face the music about the direction and his manager's future. After being shut out twice in Pittsburgh, the scene against the Bucs shifted to the South Side, where they swept Houston last week. But the Sox got off to a rough start. Pirates plating 3 in the first. They did get some offense on the board. They managed only 4 hits in a 6th straight defeat, 3-2.
And Bears minicamp continuing at Hallis Hall. John Fox praised the development of second-year cornerback Kyle Fuller. He's also encouraged by the adjustment of some of the veterans to the Bears' new 3-4 defensive scheme, but obviously a lot of work to do until the season starts in September. With that, we welcome you into SportsNet Central, presented by GMC. With Chris Bowden, I'm Mark Shanowski. Blackhawk fans resting up tonight. I hear there's one heck of a party planned for tomorrow morning.
Yeah, there will be some fun at Soldier Field tomorrow. And until then, the real top story these days, Chicago's favorite 35-pound silver barbell making its way throughout the city and not having to pay for any meals or beverages. We won't make you wait any longer to let you know where's the cup in what was a much quieter Wednesday. Day one of the Blackhawks' third summer with Stanley was highlighted by its pregame appearance Tuesday night at Wrigley Field with the Cubs, capped by the pitcher's mound photo op. That was sandwiched around lunch with Rocky Wirtz and John McDonough at Phil Stefani's 4:37 rush. And a nightcap after the trip to the confines when Patrick Sharp hung out with Rocket owner Billy Deck. Day 2 began with the Cup back at the scene of the crime, or the clinch, the United Center, in preparation for a final team photo. Not to mention Taves, Keith, Seabrook, and Sharp in front of left to right the Conn Smythe, Clarence Campbell, Stanley Cup, and Jennings Trophy in the team's possession. And for a day, the WWE title belt on Brent Seabrook. All that came as players went through their final physicals and meetings with the coaching staff and media, including our Luke Stuckmeyer.
Yeah, I felt better, for sure.
The party with Stanley rolls on, and the next step is Thursday's parade and rally at Soldier Field, with speeches that'll probably be worth waiting for.
I'll probably be a little more prepared this time, a little more professional, I think. For all the mothers out there that are going to be cringing when I get up there, I'll be good to them.
It's not going to come from me, you know that. So I don't doubt there'll be some unpredictable moments. You know, we got Chris Versteeg back here.
Every time I dive in my pool, it's hard to be humble.
Well, that didn't take very long. They're already breaking up the ice at the United Center, and very soon, Stan Bowman's going to have to start breaking up these championship Blackhawks, like it or not. With the new salary cap for the NHL probably set around $71 million, the Blackhawks are going to have to shed some salary, and there will be major roster changes on the way.
It's inevitable, right? You know, you're never going to have the same team 2 years in a row, so team always changes. You know, it's part of the business, part of the game, and, you know, it's always sad to see faces leave the team, but, you know, hopefully there's not too much damage this summer.
It's been a whirlwind couple days. To win a third Stanley Cup in this city is something that I'll always remember. It's pretty special. It's a huge accomplishment, and these last couple days have been crazy. I'm sure the next few days when things wind down a little bit, that'll be more of a topic of conversation.
It's part of the business. There's a lot of friends, a lot of people that you know, get to move and things like that. But you know, it's out of my control. I think you know, what it is happens. I'm sure. You know, I want to stay. It's you know, it's a good spot to be in.
I'm in a fortunate position financially where I've done all that stuff and hit my big contracts, and now it's really all about what just happened this week. You know, you can't replace that with anything, and so you know, we'll see. It's a lot different feeling than last summer, I'll tell you that. And I don't really care what you know, who calls right now. It's just I'm just enjoying this every day.
And then one goal begins all over again. Covering the Stanley Cup champion Chicago Blackhawks, Luke Stuckmeyer, Comcast Sportsnet.
All right, Luke, thank you. Time for you at home to weigh in with tonight's Twitter question, and it's a difficult one. We are asking, with tough salary cap decisions ahead on the Hawks front office, which players should stay, who should go? We'll have some of your answers later on SportsNet Central. Here's what our CSNChicago.com insider, Tracy Myers, thinks could happen.
I think it's going to be Patrick Sharp. You know, his name's been out there for a while in terms of who may go. And listen, the Blackhawks have to cut salary. This is what they're up against, and they want to sign Brandon Saad. Brandon Saad is their present. He's their future. Somebody has to go. That's all there is to it, even past all the unrestricted free agents and guys that just weren't coming back in the first place. So, you know, they'll get a good return for Sharp. They may even have to deal him before the draft because they need picks. I'm guessing that this is Sharp's last hurrah, but it's been a good one for him if that's the case.
Well, Ticketmaster's free tickets for tomorrow's Soldier Field rally following the parade lasted all of 15 minutes before they were gone. TV screens have been added to the premises to account for the demand. The city of Chicago later did announce the parade route has been extended, now beginning on Washington at Racine, heading west on Washington to Des Plaines, then head south to Monroe, where they will pick up the originally announced route east. Comcast Sportsnet's blowout coverage of tomorrow's festivities begins at 7 a.m. That's a replay of Blackhawks postgame live following Monday night's clincher. We go live from both Soldier Field and the United Center starting at 9 as the players load the buses on West Madison. That leads up to the start of the parade at 10. Finally, the rally expected around 11 or so. See it all live right here on Comcast Sportsnet.
Curry gets an opening, fires away, got it again.
Joining us now is Nick Friedel, the Bulls beat reporter from ESPN 1000 and longtime LeBron James fan, at least if you listen to the radio. James is now 2-4 in the finals, Nick, but he's 4-0 in playoff series against the Bulls. And as we know, he's not going anywhere for the foreseeable future. How much better do you think the Cavs will be next season?
Mark, I think they're going to be a lot better because if you add Kyrie Irving and assume he's healthy, you get Kevin Love locked in for next season. Tristan Thompson comes back. LeBron's motivated by the fact that he couldn't get this team over the hump in his first year back in Cleveland. I think the Cavs are going to be very good, and that spells a lot of trouble for the Bulls.
Yeah, that leads us back to Chicago's team. A rather alarming story yesterday from Yahoo Sports suggesting Jimmy Butler might pursue short-term deals in free agency for a shot at the big TV money or maybe to be a movie star out in L.A. Do you still expect the Bulls to offer Jimmy a 5-year max deal right away, which would close off some of his other options under the CBA?
Mark, I do, and I think the Bulls are very confident that Jimmy, no matter how it shakes out, whether it's a shorter-term deal, whether it's that 5-year deal, will be in Chicago, and that's the key in all this. This is all talk. These are all different things that happen when a guy's coming into his restricted time as a free agent. Jimmy Butler, in my opinion, will be a Bull next year. The Bulls are counting on him being in Chicago, and I'd be shocked if he landed somewhere else.
Of course, the draft is coming up on June 25th. The Bulls could go just about any direction with that number 22 pick. But do you think Gar and Pax are exploring trades that could involve veterans like Joakim Noah and Taj Gibson?
Mark, absolutely. And if Gar and Pax were sitting here right now, they'd tell you that's part of their job. That's what they have to do is make those calls, whether it's for Taj, whether it's for Joe. They're going to see what they can do. What we've seen in the draft is if they keep that pick, they take the highest guy that's on their board. They're not really concerned about a fit. I know I've heard about getting maybe another athletic wing in here, getting a backup point guard behind Derrick Rose and Kirk Hinrich. Whatever it is, you know that that's the guy that the Bulls see as the highest talent at that 22 slot. Sure, they're looking at other deals, but I expect them to make that selection when the draft rolls around.
Nick, thanks for joining us. We'll see you at the draft next Thursday.
Yes, sir.
And new coach Fred Hoiberg wants to fill the court with shooters, so they could go for a shooting guard with that first pick. Never too early to start looking ahead to next season. Here are your odds, courtesy of Bovada. Bulls 10-1 to win the NBA title in 2016, following the Cleveland Cavaliers, the current champ, the Golden State Warriors, and the Oklahoma City Thunder, who of course should get a healthy Kevin Durant back.
Back now to our top story, that of course being the Blackhawks, who are possibly resting up for tomorrow morning's championship parade and rally. Brandon Saad already a star at just 22 years of age. He becomes a restricted free agent July 1. But despite the attraction that numerous other teams will have, the Hawks can match any offers he receives. General Manager Stan Bowman saying re-signing Saad is his top off-season priority.
I haven't thought too much about it. You know, I'm still learning too. It's my first time going through it, so I'm sure I'll meet with my agent here pretty soon and we'll talk more about it. But the goal is to get something done here in Chicago. To play in the NHL is the goal and to win, and I couldn't be happier in Chicago. I've said it before, it's about winning, and we have a tight group here. I'm close with a lot of the guys, and it's fun out there on the ice and off the ice. So the goal is to be in Chicago.
Just a few minutes ago, we asked in our Twitter question, which tough salary cap decisions should the Hawks make with the salary cap going down a bit? Aaron responded by saying retaining Saad, a must. Sharp and Bickle have contributed over the years, but now is the time to move on. Dan saying Sharp, Bickle, Oduya, and Richards, $15 million right there. And the Hawks won't miss a beat.
Those are the players he wants to get rid of.
Thank you for all your responses.
Finally, after 2 days straight of nonstop partying, you really couldn't blame Blackhawks players and coaches for being a little worn out. It's the third time around for Jonathan Toews and 6 other Hawks players. So the captain was asked how 20-year-old and underage Teuvo Teravainen has been handling all this celebrating.
Oh, it's an interesting question. Well, you know, you can put beer, you can put champagne in there, but you can also put, you know, Coca-Cola or Gatorade, whatever. You know, whatever. I'm not trying to plug in anything there either, but, you know, fruit juice, whatever he likes to drink, I don't know, you can throw that in there. So we're keeping a good eye on him. So.
Very responsible by
That's
the
a captain.
You got to take care of the young guy. Wow. Fruit juice. Thanks for watching this abbreviated edition of SportsNet Central presented by GMC. We're going to drink some fruit juice and come right back.
Exactly. Nothing harder than that. And we'll have all the baseball highlights for you. A big night for the Cubs. Another disappointing one on the south side. We'll see you in a bit.
A pitcher who can paint the corners is known as a Rembrandt. At GMC, we get why people love that kind of precision. After all, in everything we build, that's exactly what we deliver. This is precision. This is GMC. Now pay no interest for 5 years, plus get $2,000 purchase cash on 2015 Sierra SLT models.
Country Financial wants to know, what if you could own your future?
I mean, I would spend it with family and friends. Travel more.
Retire. Can make decisions that aren't fear-based about money.
At Country Financial, we take the time to get to know you so we can develop a plan with insurance and financial solutions to help you take charge of where you want to be.
Have that fear removed from my mind.
To help you own your future.
To be in control of your future.
Visit ownyourfuture.com to find a local Country Financial representative today.
The conference call, the ultimate arena for business. Hour after hour of diving deep, touching base, and putting ducks in rows. The only problem with conference calls, eventually they have to end. Unless you have the Comcast Business Voice Edge mobile app. It lets you switch seamlessly from your desk phone to your mobile with no interruptions. I've never felt so alive.
Get the future of phone, and the phones are free. Comcast Business, built for business.
Nice car. Not so nice scratch. Wouldn't it be nice if removing ugly scratches from your car was this easy? Now with new Finish Scratch Doctor, removing surface scratches is easy. In fact, independent laboratory tests have proven Scratch Doctor to be the best scratch remover available. Scratch Doctor with advanced microtechnology also removes paint scrapes, scuffs, haze, and swirl marks. So get Scratch Doctor.
#1 rated Scratch Doctor, available at Advance Auto, Walgreens, Ace, Target, AutoZone, Walmart, and other leading stores.
Who says desirable can't also be responsible? With 46 standard safety features, the Lexus RX is proof that fun can be good for you. Lease the all-wheel drive 2015 RX 350 for $399 a month for 36 months. See your Lexus dealer.
Get the best Hawks coverage all season with Comcast SportsNet and CSNChicago.com.
You are connected to SportsNet Central, presented by GMC.
DeCane over the lightning line, right point, floats a saucer past the Keith, high slot, he shoots, butterfly save, Keith falls over the rebound, scores! Duncan Keith! The Hawks take a 1-0 lead on the Lightning, and Saad escapes with a puck over the lightning line, left wing, drop past Richards, closes it, put it across, he scores! It's Patrick Kane with his first goal!